All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Modern Medwed channel. This is the initiatory dreaming temple, first of many to come, I hope. Please let me know if you can hear me and see me before I continue with an introduction. Very good. Okay, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate your support, and it's so nice to see friends in the chat. So I'm going to tell you a bit about what we're doing. This series itself, it exists to support our community. And if you found yourself here, be it live or after the fact, then that's you, and this is for you. So stick around. And this evening, we're going to be exploring sound using tuning forks specifically in a group setting, which is very exciting. For relaxation, for clarity, for healing. And if this is your first time receiving something like energy work or sound therapy, then go ahead and let me know. I'm curious. During our time together today, you are definitely welcome to continue using the chat window if you're here live, or leave reflections afterward during the session, whatever you're comfortable with. You're not going to have to keep your eyes closed the whole time. Some people prefer to keep them open to answer that question. You can be as passive or as engaged as you want to be. Really, whatever feels right for you. This is all about sensing into your body and the sensations that you feel, and remaining open and curious about what you notice. I will try to leave, now that we may have a little more time in our evening, I'll try to leave a little space at the end for a brief closing Q&A if that interests you guys. If questions arise, then you can try and save them until the end, but your comments are totally welcome during the session itself. I just may not be able to answer questions when we're in session. Hey, friends. Out of respect for everyone's time, though, I will try to keep this to roughly around an hour if possible. We'll see how we do, and we'll see how you guys are doing. So I am going to now put my microphone down, and hopefully you can still hear me. It's not the greatest microphone. So I'll do a quick little sound check. I'm going to activate this 222 hertz fork, and you guys can tell me if you're picking up on any of the sound. I want to make sure it's not too loud and not too quiet. Okay, thank you. So if at any time the sound gets weird, or if it drops out, or if my connection, for instance, gets a little funky from all this rain, it will not affect the process of the work itself. Just hang in there. All right, I'm going to give you a little rundown. You can recline, you can stay seated, you can wiggle, you can move, you can walk around, you can get up to go to the bathroom, you can get a drink of water. Nothing is going to interrupt the work that we're doing here, so don't feel like you have to stay perfectly still. A little louder, thank you. You don't have to stay like a mummy the entire session. So if that sounds good for you guys. I want to do a little bit of a somatic practice, a bit of an exercise before we begin going into the session itself, using more forks. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes and you feel comfortable doing so, then you can go ahead and do that now. And take a nice, relaxing breath. We're going to dust off the day. It's been a doozy of a day. And I know sometimes our energies run sympathetically. So if you've had a doozy of a day, I invite you to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath in the nose and exhale out of the mouth. And I want you to visualize the center line of your body like this, like a current or a channel. So this is the central channel of your body and its energies. And it's a very important part of your body's energetic system. Actually has a bidirectional flow of energy. So it moves upward and it moves downward at the same time, and it's constantly cycling. It works very hard for us. So we're going to be working with that channel a little bit through the breath before we begin. And just follow my cues and keep tuning inwards as we go. And just notice what you notice. Stay open and curious. Notice what arises in your body. So go ahead and inhale through your nose and bring the inhale down through the crown of your head. Drawing the breath all the way into your belly, and then exhale out the mouth. Sending that exhale down into the earth. Okay, good. So again, inhale through the crown, filling the upper belly with air. Exhaling out the mouth and sending the exhale really deeply into the earth. Okay, one more. Inhale through the crown, and as you exhale, let any sound that wants to come from you just arise. A beautiful, devoted exhale, and just let the sound come as it wants to. Okay, so very good. Go ahead and take your hands in front of you and just rub them together vigorously to reset. You can shake them off if you want. Now we're going to switch directions. We're going to be breathing from the earth, pulling our breath up from the earth. So go ahead and take a nice inhale, pulling breath up through your feet, your legs, into your seat, and into your belly. Exhale through the crown, letting your breath move up and out, and then showering through your outer field. This is your personal atmosphere, your aura, your biofield. We're going to do 2 more like that. So inhaling from the earth, nourishing your body, exhaling through the crown, clearing the channel, fortifying the field. Last one, inhaling from the feet, up the legs, filling the belly, and exhale through the crown in a shower of light. Good. Now take a moment to wiggle, shift into your space, seated or reclined. Check in with how you're feeling. I'm going to activate this 222 a couple times now. And as I do, I want you to bring your awareness into your feet. Fill all of your awareness into your feet. Drop your attention fully into them. Now feel that awareness rising up through your legs and into your seat. If your legs are crossed, uncross them, ground those feet down flat onto the earth or wherever you're sitting, if that's comfortable for you. Feel the connection between your seat and your feet, that grounded connection. Like an emperor sitting upon the throne. Really let yourself feel that solid foundation beneath you. Feel the earth under your feet. Feeling strong, supported, grounded. So if you close your eyes and you want to flutter them open, you're welcome to do that. Or you can remain eyes closed. I'm going to begin with a 174 hertz fork, and I'm just going to tune into the collective hologram, the energy of everybody who I have set the intention to receive today, and everybody who has set the intention for themselves to be here now. So if you are here, this is for you. You're going to be participating in this bubble that I'm creating energetically, and I'm going to be tuning in with the use of the sound of the forks just into the kind of group energy here. And we're going to see what comes to the surface. We'll just see what presents. Remember your breath. If at any moment you feel tense or like you're holding your breath, default back to that in the nose, out the mouth breath. You're starting to come through. So the Alta Major is considered to be a minor chakra that's at the base of the skull. Kind of like above the spine where the skull meets. There's a little chakra there called the Alta Major. And sometimes in doing this work, there will be information that drops in. It'll relate to the sound, it'll relate to the texture of the forks, but sometimes it's just got a life of its own. And I can't shake dragons. I don't know why dragons is coming through, but it won't go away. So if you've worked with me privately, then you know that I've told you if something drops in that mail slot, I cannot move forward until I acknowledge it. So if dragons resonates with you, then that is for you. Okay, good. Check in with what you're noticing in your body right now. I can feel some shifting happening. You might start to notice tingling. You may notice a change in temperature. I am feeling that there is a shift in my own body in connection with yours. Really beautiful, but there is some anxiety in here too. There's something that's just a little bit under the surface that's starting to bubble up. And it's not super dense, but what I might like to do is just do a little bit of an adjustment for the group. If you feel like there's any tension in your diaphragm or in your breathing, make sure you're exhaling out of your mouth and dropping that exhalation down into the earth or out through the bottom of your spine or feet and grounding it, giving it back to the mother. I'm going to focus on doing a bit of an adjustment in our Earth Star, which would be very grounding. I'm getting a lot of air energy, a lot of mental energy, and I just want to bring us back down into our bodies. So the Earth Star is a very, again, it's like a subtle energy center that lives about, it's a couple of inches to a foot beneath your feet, ideally, when it's in its happy place. Sometimes in states of chronic stress, it can tuck up between the ankles or even so far as the shin. Want to make sure that we are getting our bare feet on the earth as much as possible. Now that summertime is arriving for many of you, good. And I want to get the static out of our systems. Sometimes moving the Earth Star can make you feel a little bit apprehensive. If it's your first time experiencing something like this, there might be a little bit of resistance energetically. Hailing the divine feminine energy. But for anyone who might be feeling a little bit apprehensive about getting in there and moving things around in your system, we are organizing. We are creating a space to greater organize ourselves so that we can optimize what we do in our day-to-day lives. If you check in with yourself and you ask how your battery pack feels today, then you want it to be as close to 100% as possible. That's how we're going to optimize. That's how we're going to achieve our personal triumphs and successes in life. We're just organizing. We're not moving anything out of alignment. We're not taking away anything that is yours. Really good. So, what we are doing, let's talk about what we are doing. And yeah, if you feel called to tone with the fork, by all means, please do. That is deliciousness in itself. So, what we are doing in this adjustment, we're plugging in a part of your body's, it's the terminal, right? So, the earth terminal, the negative ionic earth terminal. So, if you see your body as a battery, there's a positive and a negative side. So, when we're adjusting the earth star, tune into that space, sense into what that energy feels like for you. Is there a color? Is there a texture? What are you noticing? Are your legs tingling? Are you feeling referral tingling or sensations in other parts of your body? If you are, that's totally normal. So don't be alarmed by it. But we're optimizing flow in your system. We're moving something that is heavily responsible for optimizing everything that you do in your life. And we're plugging it back in to its optimal organized space. We're living in this world that's constantly spinning and shifting around us. And it can make us feel like we're losing our footing, like we're destabilized, like we don't have control. But we do. We have so much control. And this tiny, cute energy center really helps us to keep our footing, our grounding, our foundational security. And it benefits the other systems in the root center as well. Well, the root system as a whole. So it's going to benefit your knees. It's going to benefit your hips. It's going to organize that space. We're organizing that space. We are creating the foundation to feel really confident and sure of next steps in life. Where do you see yourself going? Where do you want to go? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you've got a green light to go and do whatever you want, to be whoever you want to be? Or do you feel like there's some stressors that might be holding you back? Like you need to ask permission. You feel like disempowered in some way. Maybe you're not trusting yourself to make those right decisions. If that resonates with you, I really want you to tune into the lower part of your body. I want you to get out of the busy mind that's overthinking everything, that's telling you that you can't and that you shouldn't, and that maybe it's best. Maybe it's best if you just sit down and don't do anything. Keep the mundane, keep the comfort, keep the stagnancy. All because you don't feel safe and you don't feel confident in taking those first steps forward to really step outside of the box and to follow your heart and achieve your dreams by taking real steps in the material world. Learning to trust yourself and your body. Just break the chains, break them, kick them off. Okay, some of you aren't really ready to do that. And that's okay. I get it. Take a nice deep breath into your belly, pulling the breath down from your crown. Exhaling through the mouth, make a noise. Grounding your breath down into the earth. Sense into your knees, sense into your feet. Sense into any sensations that you may be experiencing in those spaces. Good. If you are here to affect real change in this world, if you're here to be a warrior of sorts, if you're here to learn and to implement, you're going to want to get to know yourself better. You're going to want to get to know your body better. So we're going to lock in to that Schumann resonance, Earth's resting frequency, and we're going to let it just enter up through that Earth star subtle energy center and let it nourish as it carries up from under your feet, up your legs, knees, hips. Filling you with strength and support. Filling you with elemental structure. Removing self-doubt. Being okay with balance and making mistakes. I think that being okay with balance really does have to do with being okay with the fact that the only constant is change and things are always changing around us. They're always moving and changing. But when we stay centered and we stay focused and we trust in ourselves because we know and we understand our capabilities, that elemental energy can really become a very powerful, beautiful, elegant, and natural guiding force in our lives. So now I just want to sit with this energy for a sec. And I want you to tap into that central channel again. Good. Tap into your body. Stay open and curious. I'm going to be sending the frequency of the fork up your central channel. And we're going to begin organizing these spaces, these chakras, these nerve plexes. And I want you to notice for you where you're feeling any blockage or stagnancy, whatever you're noticing. I want you to just bring your awareness to it with grace, not forcing anything to open, not forcing anything to change, but with open curiosity and grace. And just let the sound nourish you, whether or not you can hear it perfectly. The frequency is here and it is working with your system. Wiggle your shoulders. Move if you feel called to. I know I do. Make noise. Whatever noise wants to come out. I'm trying to tune into where we're collectively kind of stuck right now. And it's really hard to get a real clear picture on one chakra. I'm going to see if I can see the one that's calling out loudest. Okay, for me, it really is the throat. So we're going to focus on the throat chakra for a moment. If you're also feeling that, wonderful. If you aren't, that's okay too. It's like this knowing of what you could be doing, but really the fear of making the sound, being the ripple in the water, creating the domino effect of your initial actions with the power of your voice. And it's not just voice, it's your artistic message. Obviously, we're not working in the sacral space, but we are in the throat space, which is going to be where you actively are expressing your art and your creativity with the world, which can be very scary, but you really don't know if it is scary or not until you open your mouth and you make the noise. I feel like a lot of us are so afraid of making noise. We're afraid to sing. We're afraid to create for fear of failure. But the only failure is never taking the first step. That is the only way that you can fail. So if this resonates with you, and if this message is specifically speaking to you in your field, I want you to, on the next few activations, if you're comfortable with it, make some sounds. If you're not okay with making sounds, do a little shimmy, do a little movement, something to really kind of like get more intimate with yourself. A lot of us are, not cool with like intimate touching our bodies and using our bodies to stimulate movement. But we really need to get okay with this. We really need to learn to understand ourselves and get very intimate with ourselves. It doesn't have to be sexually, but we need to understand how our bodies work. Okay? The same way we have to understand our power and what it means to actually activate it and utilize it in the world, in the material world. So go ahead and make some sounds. Reverberate your cavity. Go as low as you can go. Just see what it feels like. Ah, nice. Good stuff, guys. If you didn't get on that one, now's your chance. Get on the next one. I can hear you holding back, and that's okay. If you're in a space where you don't feel good about making noise, you have roommates or sleeping kids, just hum. We're almost there. I want everybody at the same time. Hum, make a noise on the next one. You've got this. It's not that scary, right? Feels good. Think about when you're a baby and you made all those noises and how noises can really affect different parts of your body to help you in activating things that you don't even realize might be dormant. It's with the reverberation of our cavity that we awaken that delicious energy of Eros, that we create the space, the magnet to receive inspiration and guidance so that we don't feel like everything is on us. So we don't have to make all of the decisions on our own. We feel that power and that energy, and it supports us and it guides us. Good. Some of you may be coming into spaces that feel like they're not shifting. Some of you may be experiencing tingling and a lot of movement. Now that we've been shifting some things around, there's kind of a delayed response where things will kind of start moving more as we progress. Good. I'm feeling so wiggly, like my feet are just kind of bouncing on the ground. Very excited. Very energizing in the whole root system, the whole lower half of the body, which is really where we want to spend a lot of our time, you know? Ah, good. Yeah, nice. Oh, beautiful. There's so many different ways of performing magic and so many different magical energies in our bodies. Clearing these spaces and doing this energetic hygiene that we usually, most of us don't do, right? Okay. Yes, just keep breathing, humming into those spaces, humming into the throat, feeling the energy of the throat opening and spreading out. You might even visualize it like a 360-degree disc of energy that's opening. So you have more access to that energy and the patterns that exist in those spaces. Good, good. Just keep feeling into that. Take a nice deep breath into that space, whatever you're feeling, all those big feelings. Use your awareness to notice what you notice. I'm going to switch over to a 144 hertz. Very good. use this 144 hertz because it's more of a structuring frequency. While we're nearing the top of the hour here, I just want to sit with this and really have you sit into that space before we begin closing. And you can kind of see this like a repatterning. Sometimes we get stuck in these loops. We start to carry imprints from things that aren't even us, and it'll create these patterns. So we really want to repattern that to be more of us. We want to fill our existence with all of us. Sounds so beautiful and gentle. This 144 might be hard for you to hear right now with all the rain. I'm going to come into this 222 again. For a few grounding breaths, really bringing the breath in from the crown and dropping it down into the earth. We're using the breath as an informative tool for your system that it's time to release in that mouth exhale, that really devoted exhale. It's a signal for release and to clear the channel. So I really want you to focus on that, just releasing to help things move and find their own equilibrium with grace and ease. Good. Good. Beautiful. Okay. If you're sitting or if you're laying down, go ahead and wiggle your fingers a little bit. Bring yourself back into the room. Your hands may want to go somewhere. They may want to go over your heart. One hand might want to go somewhere else. Maybe it wants to go on your belly. Just allow it to go where it wants to go, to sense into whatever it wants to sense into. And just gently, with a relaxed, resting breath, just sit in that space for a moment. Shake off your hands, wiggle your toes, bring yourself back into the room even further. Flutter your eyes open. And that's going to be, Uni, that's going to be it for the session today, keeping it pretty short and sweet. But I'm open to any comments or questions that you guys might have. And I also want to tell you that there's a couple things that you can do that are very helpful, because I know everybody in this room is going to create magic when they leave. And I'm honored to be some small part of the process and supporting you guys in this way. So thank you for entrusting me and for being here. You're going to want to drink extra water. If you have a really beautiful high quality salt like Redmond's, then I recommend putting that in your water. It's just going to help anything that needs to clear out a little more easily. So how are you guys feeling? Sorry that I dropped out for a second there. Yeah, energetic hygiene is super important, and it's something that we're not really taught, right? Like nobody tells us how to take care of our energy. They want us to push it down and pretend it's not real and it doesn't exist, but it's literally our magic. The tools of the magician are already within your body. They're already there. You have it all. It's all a material way for you to trick the conditioned mind into believing in yourself that you can perform magic, that you are magic. But your tools are already there. They're all in your body. Okay, relaxed, light, relaxed, Pristina Fee. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad that you feel enriched. Okay, great, guys. Well, if you don't have any questions or anything else for us, we are going to call it an evening, and I will see you again next time. If you did enjoy the stream, please like the video. It'll help me very much since I'm all very, very, very new to all of this. So thank you guys for being here with me today and sticking through my first stream. I'll see you next time.